All right. You ever wish there was a morning after pill for when you got your bike tore up? So you could come out and just go, oh, good, that never happened. So anyway, here is my XR650. The one I'm robbing parts from, and I'm going to eventually be reselling it, is right here. Look how much work I've created for myself. So anyway, figure I'd start this out. I got everything off the bikes, forks and everything. What? Got some loud people over there by the mailbox. All right. Gotta look. Because I'm old, I can't remember. RSW. So I got the RSW clamps on. And if you're doing the upside down fork mods, this is the way to go. Man, I tell you, everything. This is the stock speedometer bracket right there. Everything bolts up. Here's where the key switch is going to go. You got the steering stem. Everything bolts up, even the reflectors. And it makes just a professional looking job. I just can't say enough cool things about it. I wouldn't necessarily... I didn't have this on my plans. I thought the bike handled good the way it was with the cartridge forks, especially compared to the DR650 with non-cartridge forks. But now, since I've seen how cool these things are, I might, if you got an XR650, maybe kind of plan for it. You know, I'd say the whole mod would probably cost $1,200, something like that. I did have to order a CRF450X axle with the speedo drive unit and the correct spacers, because mine has a CRF front wheel on it, so it doesn't have the little notches in the hub. Notches. Ooh, cigarette notches. No, don't smoke. Don't smoke. Oh, jeez. But anyway, but the CRF 450 wheel doesn't have the notches to drive this for the speedometer drive. So I did have to order a CRF 450X. I can't do an X with my fingers. Some people probably can. Anyway, so you need the 450X front wheel, since I want to retain the stock mount, because strange as it seems, it does seem pretty strange to me, but Honda has everything based on this mount, from the speedometer, and this is actually how the headlight connects by this little bracket here. So I want this thing to be stock looking as possible, other than the upside downs, but everything is based on this mount. So I want to have the stock cable, run the stock speedometer. I don't want to cut into the wirings with the Vapor Tech, although the Voyager I may just mount on the handlebars as a standalone unit, since it's a GPS. So, and that will give me a, you know, and I can play around with that. You know, I can always hook it up later. But anyway, this is the way to go if you're going to mount upside down forks on the bike. And like I said, I wouldn't have ever considered it, but now that I've seen the clamps, and I'll pull these in the kitchen tonight and do a little thing, but man, it's just a CNC machine clamps. It's what, 61 billet aluminum, and they're like, the upper clamp is heavier than the stock, but it's got to be rigid. I mean, geez, it's got to just be. I don't know, so we'll see how it goes. I still got to grease the bearings and stuff tonight after I get off work. I just thought I would shoot the next morning video. Those are the stock forks laying next to the RMX here. Poor RMX, 2-stroke, stock wheel, and I still have to do something with this guy. You know, I'll get mine back together, then I'll start working. Oh, I did pull the IMS foot pegs off the new bike, the parts bike, and so I got those on yesterday, and ooh, nomadic rack. I really like this. and with some rock straps on it. My first encounter with rock straps, I like them. And then, I don't have enough room here, but I have the D&G Power Core 4 muffler all installed, and I kind of spaced it out from the luggage rack, so it won't be rubbing against the rack. I have it spaced out a little bit. I do got to figure out something with this turn signal, because it is gonna roast my turn signal. So I'll figure out something on this. Don't worry. Even if I pull it back that much, there we go. Even if I zip tie it back like that much, it'll be enough clearance. And I put some high temp silicone seal around where you slide it in, and that sat 24 hours, and the bomb. FMF is the bomb. Anyway, I cleaned it up a little bit with some 600 sandpaper and a little bit of polish. Nothing's too good. I'll rejet the car, but anyway, the bomber exhaust is on, and this is the amount. This is the amount if you're going to run the Serbi's tank, and I don't think I'm going to run it. I think I'm going to go with the other tank that came on the parts bike. So I'm just going to call it a parts bike, but I'm going to fix it up. It'll actually be better than when I got it, and then I'll kick it out the door once I rob all the parts, because I'm just that way. So anyway, that's where I sit right now. You can see the kind of the bitchin' Sutton cooler right there, coming down to the mount, from the mounts back up to the Sutton cooler. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, this was just a cluster, but I gotta grease these. I'll probably get the forks on tonight. Like I said, it's not gonna be another 3-4 days. Yeah, 3-4 days before I get the wheel and the correct axle, so I can run my original speedometer. But I want it to look all factory, and that's where I'm at. Just shooting the video. I gotta hop in the shower, get ready for work. But these are the clamps, and if you're gonna do this conversion, when I first, it's got the place for the keyhole to go, or for the ignition switch. It still is supposed to work the lock here for the fork lock. So these are about $400, but really, I'm kind of thinking they might be worth it, just for the upgrade and just for the cool factor. Oh my God, these are so cool. So it was a meh thing before, but since basically this whole front end conversion has not cost me anything other than let's see, the front wheel was $125, and then it was $40 for the correct axle with the speedometer drive. So basically it's cost me about that much. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now, and I will sign off. I got to get going. Just wanted to do an update since it's daylight. And I'll be back out here in the Mad Palace tonight with my Frankenstein. Ha ha ha. Actually, that looks more like Frankenstein. Anyway, so yeah, this is a good bike. And I've been kind of reading on these updates for the lithium battery conversion. There's 100 ways to do it, but this one, I would actually just switch the battery box, but the FMF pipe burned a hole in it. So on my bike, let me come back over here without stubbing my toe. I gotta get ready. So what I want to do is I want to put some, they make that heat resistant material that I can put onto the bottom of my airbox, because I don't want to have this thing destroy my airbox. This pipe over time. I don't know if the other one had bumped against it or what, but I'm going to get some of that. There's some heat resistant material that you put on like side covers or stuff like this, so it doesn't melt. And so I'm going to put some of that on the bottom of this airbox. The original Honda pipe has a small heat shield right here, but I couldn't get that to work on this. So next best thing is I'm going to try some of that heat resistant material that you put on. And that's about all I know. Got to get going. Talk to you guys later. There will be updates. But yeah, we did get the FMF bomb and the Power Core 4 exhaust. And I do have a quiet insert coming for it. And that's just a bolt-in thing. But this is, ooh, this is the Naked Beast. You beast. Talk to you later. Bye.